Hey guys, so today I'm reviewing Divorce Sistas, season 1, episode 4, and this episode was pretty decent. It was okay. So let's just get right into it. So that episode starts off with how it ended last week. Naomi showing up to the gala drunk, and she's basically taunting, her ex husband, his wife, and you know, she's talking shit, whatever, whatever. They're trying to calm her down, get her coffee, so she can sober up. So she's basically like, "Give me a hot pot of coffee." So I guess her brother's painting, and her brother passed away, gets presented for the auction. So then her ex-husband goes up there, basically taunting her, saying that the painting's trash, is useless, and tries to bid it off of $10. But then Tiffany's like, "Oh, let's do $10,000," and then they keep upping the price, and then that's when he says he'll buy it for $5 million, and then it gets sold for $5 million, and he's basically saying like, it's trash. We'll just put it in the garage somewhere. So then, while the girls are leaving now, trying to get Naomi to leave, Naomi gets the pot of coffee, and she pours it on his wife's back, and his the pastor a little bit, and um everyone's freaking out. He demands they arrest her. They arrest her, and that happens. So then everyone's just like meeting up, and they're just like, what do we do? So then Bridget says she will take William home. My Ron keeps checking on the pastor, saying, "Oh, do you want me to take you there?" Da, da, da. Not even tending to his own wife, but he's basically like, "I'm fine." And Rashida wants to go check on Naomi, but the pastor's just like, "Oh no, you need to go to the hospital and check on his wife because she's the one injured." So he makes her come with him. Geneva goes with Javon and Tiffany to the precinct because I guess Javon's going to make a few phone calls to try to get Naomi out. So then Bridget is taking William home, and basically they're having a little, heart to heart, and they're basically talking. And she's basically like, "I like the way you love my friend." And he's basically like, "I don't know why you're with that young man. You deserve better," and this and that and the third. So William gets home, and he basically calls Geneva. Geneva's still at the precinct with Javon and Tiffany. And basically, you know, he basically tells her he loves her. She tries to like hurry up, rush him on the phone because she's jealous that Tiffany and Javon getting along. So then we basically get to the hospital. Well, on the way to the hospital, Rashida and the pastor are arguing. They're basically like, you need to check on him and not her, this and that there. So they get to the hospital, and basically he basically saying that, "So you're saying that my wife deserves this," to not Geneva, to Rashida. And Rashida's basically like, "Yeah, you guys were flaunting her." And then he almost calls Rashida a bitch and this and that there, and it starts escalating. They start getting into it. And then the pastor goes in the room to pray for his wife, and he's basically like, "Oh, I'm taking the money back and this and that and third. You guys need to stop hanging out with Naomi and this and that and third." So on the way home, the pastor and Rashida are arguing, and basically he basically tells her that that it's like, you need to stop hanging out with Naomi and this and that there. She's basically saying that Myron has a crush on the pastor and this and that there, and the episode ends with him storming out the car, and he not even open the door for Rashida, and Rashida starts crying in the car. So that was the end of this episode. I'll see you guys next week for episode 5.